Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy 2 days after Mother's Day to all you mothers. Hope you had a good Mother's Day. And what time is it? Always got to have a fan, you see. And the fan hits the mic stand, and you hear that. So, welcome. Thank you, guys. I'd like to say hello to everybody, all my friends. There's Adam's on, Jason, and Heidi and AC. Congratulations, AC. He graduated high school. High school. Those are the school bells. Okay, it's a graduation song. Congratulations, AC, and everybody else who might have graduated high school. I didn't graduate high school, unfortunately, but don't take after me. I knew what I was going to do, and I had it paved out for me kind of easy with my brother already. He's 11 years older than me, and he was already successful. So it was like, and I was also, like when I was 16, I was working with John Lennon, and in the studio at Record Plant Studios, New York, meeting a lot of people and doing some recording. So it was easy for me to go, Ma, Pop, I don't want to go to school. I can be doing this stuff. So they let me quit, but I don't suggest it. That was a different time and age back then. And this was my classroom, the drums. And I went for lessons, and I practiced every week. Did the lesson. I went to lessons to the same guy that Carmine went to, Dick Bennett, New York. Rest in peace. He died last year. And, we did the books, all the cool books, standard books, classics. And then I would go home. I did 3 years of lessons, right? The only time I got on my drum teacher's drums, which he had a great old Leedy drum set, which sounded killer, was when we did the Advanced Techniques for the Modern Drummer, which is a book about getting your coordination with this kind of rhythm on with the jazz. That's the only time we got on the drums. And it was all pad, but it worked. We went through All American Drummer, Stick Control, Syncopation, all those great books. And then when I would practice, I'd do an hour on the pad with those books and do paradiddle, doubles, all the rudiments you could remember. And then I get on the drums and I would play the music, but I don't play the whole time with music. I'll sit there and try to come up with something. Like I was just working on this thing, like that. Crazy stuff from there, So I just started doing that. So I go, that's another lick, That's why I played it a little bit in solo, and sit there and try to come up with different ideas like that, and then you got another lick, So, and then I played some music, I put on some Zeppelin or something, played it out. So I just saw before I went on, just to let you guys know, Vinnie Vincent, the ex-Kiss guitar player, is selling his handwritten lyrics for $125,000. I don't know, I guess they're Kiss lyrics, right, when he was in Kiss. So $125,000. So I just want to let you know that I'm selling my handwritten meatball recipe for $12.99. So you got $125,000, $12.99, and you'll have a good meal. Put a little extra money and go buy the ingredients, and go buy some music, and you'll have plenty of money left over. So don't forget, $12.99. That's some crazy shit. Crap. I don't want to curse. Anyway, we got on sale this week is the ChromaCast foot pedal. ChromaCast foot pedal for $89, 20% off. And it's right here. This is the exact one I use. This guy is a very fast pedal. Very strong. It's got big footprint there. And it's really strong. I haven't broken one of these I think I broke one of the prototypes years ago. But since then, nothing. And it's on sale. We always have something on sale. And that's what's on sale, and I'll play a couple of bass drum things with this too. It's a great pedal. People were asking, am I messing my curtain up? What a mess back here. I got my sticks, I got some pedals and all that. Okay, so people were going, is that a fast pedal? Is that a fast pedal? So check it out. Somebody mentioned the Bonham triplets. That's pretty fast. So it's a very fast pedal, okay? The last thing I was doing there weren't the John Bonham triplets. I'll slow down the John Bonham triplets. It's just a triplet, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a between your right hand and your foot. And like I tell everybody on the show, you got to play it steady, slow first, I know everybody likes to go fast. You want to go fast, get a Tesla. Go like this. Nice and even, see? If it's sloppy, that's too fast for you. So then you slow it down. So eventually, when it gets faster, it's nice and even. No, I'm kidding. The last one I did was 16th notes, because these are triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. This one is 1 E and 1. Okay, that's where the foot is. 1 E and Same way you practice, same way, slow. Eventually you get them. You can throw them in the beat, slow. See, so those are 16th notes. Those are the same 16th notes that you can put all over the drums, this. That's left, right, foot. Then start with your right. Same position in the hands, you got two different sounds. So this is left, right. Two different sounds, put them together. See? So to do this stuff, you need a fast pedal. And that's a fast pedal. And the way I have it adjusted, you're probably wondering, well, how is it adjusted? Okay. This one was for the other smaller bass drum we were trying. So my pedal board's about up to there. It's kind of high, but it gives you a big power stroke, right? And then the beater doesn't usually go down to here. It goes flush. So, and the spring is on mine is tight. It's all the way tight, and I use the felt. I don't like the hard surface. So that's the way I set this up. Now, also, what's important with your speed of your bass drum is the bass drum. You know, if you have it dead with a pillow and it's just really dead and loose, it's going to be hard to get the speed. You know, it's going to be hard to get that. That's the skin on mine. It's not really tight, but it's tight enough to get a rebound. Now you're talking about rebound, you know. This is rebound. So I'm almost hitting one note. I'm using one movement with two notes coming out like this. So good practice also for the bass drum is just that. Even. So that's all the doubles with the bass drum. You got that, and then you just put them around the drums. One of my favorite is this one. 6 notes. See? Fast. And then anything after that, I like to use 16th notes. So slow, this is like this. Makes it sound faster when you play it faster. Okay, so you're doing the same rhythm, same speed, same tempo, you know. And then when you play it hard, loud. And like I always said, you got to make the face. Okay? If you play it like this, it doesn't sound as good. Right? That's like for Mother's Day. But if you make the face, and it sounds better. And it looks better too. So check out the pedal, and $89 is great. It's a great pedal. I use it on the road. I use it in the studio, and it's very, very, very strong and very, very fast. And then I wanted to show you. Oh, there it is. Part of rock history, and we're talking about drum pedals, right? Check this out. This is the pedal that started it all. This is, oh yeah, look at that. It just broke it. This is a Ludwig Speed King pedal. This is what everybody used. There we go. And see, Ludwig Speed King. It's coming apart every way you could imagine. You know what's funny with this pedal is you just clip it on. There's no tightening the pedal to the strap. It's a metal strap which is not adjustable, right? And the only adjustments are the springs which were on the bottom. So this was one of my first pedals. This is the pedal my brother used. This is the pedal a lot of pro guys use, including John Bonham. And if you hear, you listen to the first Zeppelin album, you hear this guy squeaking a little bit. So this is the original pedal. And, you know, not much of a strap here, but it worked, you know. And you had an adjustment on the beater. That was about it. Strap you were stuck with. these new pedals, like this ChromaCast pedal, this is the ChromaCast pedal. You could adjust the strap, the height, about 5-6 different things you could adjust on that thing. Here you were stuck with the way it is. So if you wanted the pedal lower, it was hard to do it. I don't know if you can do it. I don't think you could do it. And then it came off. Look, the pedal come off. That came off. This is a good thing because if you're playing and it doesn't take up much room, you could put it in your suitcase or put it in somebody else's suitcase and they won't even know it. And then they get charged for the weight. Well, actually, back then when this thing was out, there was no charge for weight on suitcases. Now there is. Oh, let's throw that there. So that's a bit of rock history there. That pedal is famous for being on a lot of records. And this one's getting to be on a lot of records. My records, too. And all that stuff you heard in the beginning and the intro, that's me on something. The first one was Derringer, Beyond the Universe. So that was... See? That's a very fast song. Then there's a little solo. I forgot how it was. I didn't get to that part. But that was Derringer, and then the one after that was Armageddon. That was Axis, my band Axis, 3-piece band produced by Andy Johns. And then I played to a song called The Juggler, which was Axis as well. And that's on the same album. We only did one album, So the pedal rocks. So check it out, the ChromaCast pedal. Also, these things here, these are rough triplets. Rough triplet is 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. All right, so there's 2 ways to do this. There's this way, which is easier. Right, left, right foot. And your left hand's on the tom, your right hand's on the snare, and the floor tom. See? So if you get them fast, it's like one movement. You could answer the rough. That's a good practice. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. So you do 2. Could also go a different. No, you don't want that. That's what you want. So you got. So that's kind of going up. That's going down. See? So what I use a lot is I'd use 2 on the foot. 1 and a 2. It's a little bit more powerful. If anybody see me play live, I end a bunch of songs like that. The band's hanging and instead of just going, and hitting the crash with the band, I'll go. It's the exclamation point at the end that says, that's it. So that's another way to do it. It's both of them. This one's faster because there's only one on the bass drum. See? So anyway, if you want to get check out the pedal, it's on sale. It's really cool, and there's always something on sale on my show. This is my show, and we're coming up on almost a year. I think June, July, maybe it's July. So I want to thank everybody for watching, man. That's really cool. This kept me in shape the whole pandemic. So now I got to go play June's 4th and 5th, yeah, in Ohio with Mike Carr, also known as Matt Carr. We got a thing called Sabbath Nights. So we're going to play all the Sabbath music and a lot of the old stuff and most of the stuff that I'm on, and then a little bit of Dio sprinkled in. It's a good show. And 4th and 5th, check out the website. You want to come down, I might have some meatballs for everybody, too. All right, I'm going to play one more song before Lala comes in and asks you guys some questions. This is an unreleased track from my band, which was called Kill Devil Hill. It's a cool song. And this was written when I had to get shoulder surgery when I came off the tour with Heaven and Hell because I couldn't lift my arm anymore. And the reason for that was I was playing all these aerial toms. They were up here. Boom, 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 and up here. And behind me, So it's not good to do this. Hard, loud. You're playing this. And up here, and my shoulder just, that was it. What happened was the tendon actually snapped off. And they had to do surgery and put not an implant. They had to put an anchor and then put the thing back and had to do therapy. I didn't think I'd ever be able to play as good as I played, but you know what? They did a great job. Knock on wood. And so before I went and got the surgery, I did all these grooves for this record company. And people could download them, different tempos. And one of them was this rhythm, So we had all these things, and that's how we put together songs for the first Kill Devil Hill record. And Kill Devil Hill was me, Mark Zavon on guitar, really heavy band, Dewey Bragg on vocals, and Rex Brown from Pantera on bass. And we had this whole drum thing. I overdubbed it twice, and it's just like a rhythmy, chanty thing. It's really cool, so check it out. This was written from the drums, and everybody did a great job writing lyrics and playing, and us coming up with the changes. We all worked together. It was great. So here it is. It's called Stained Glass. What is it called? Stained Glass Shattered. Oh, man, we're on the wrong plot here. Oh, man, I got to find it. Hang on. Hold your ears. Waiting for my time to come. We hold our life in our hands. Okay. Sorry about that. It moved. All right, it's going to start a little bit. Hang on. Right hand is better. Okay, we're going to start here. I don't know where it's starting. Hopefully toward the beginning. Look at that. At the end of the other song. Okay, now it's going to start from the beginning so you can set it up with the rhythm of the song. Okay. Stop it so it doesn't go around again. Anyway, that's called stained glass. What is it called? Stained glass mirror? Stained glass shattered. Something like that. Man, I can't remember this stuff. Remember the song, you know. So that was a cool, just a rhythm I came up with. So in that kind of feel, in that tempo, it's cool to do these very wide open rolls, you know, like get here, but you can't rush them. They got to be locked in, you know, steady in tempo, like. They work well. When you do fills like that, you don't want to rush the last one. It's tempting to get it over with, but you got to keep it steady, you know. You don't want this uneven. It's got to be just as steady as when you started it, you know. So that's everything. You play steady sounds great, even a straight beat. So it's nice and steady, nice and steady. Anyway, we have Lala in the house with her cool microphone. Hi, Lala.
Hi.
There she is, ladies
I'm
and gentlemen.
here.
Woo, listen to that voice. It's like going. Okay, so we're going to take some questions.
Okay. What do we got here?
And here we go. Let it rip.
Let her rip. Okay. Do you ever use more than 4 cymbals, and if so, why?
3 cymbals. This is just for here. You know, live I usually put up another cymbal. We're going to have a surprise in 2 weeks. We're going to have the big kit's going to come in from Sawtooth, which is the hickory, the more expensive kit, and we're going to see how that goes here. We're going to have a couple extra toms and a couple extra cymbals. So for here, I just like playing these little guys here, you know, and it keeps it wide open so you could see what I'm doing. And but yeah, I always play with more cymbals too. I used to have, you know, this and then another cymbal here, another cymbal there, and then 2 China types back in the day. So now I'm satisfied with this right now. So, okay.
Do you ever get a splinter off a drumstick during a show?
Do you ever get a splinter from a drumstick during a show? No, but not long ago I got a splinter because, as you could see, these sticks, these are ChromaCast sticks also. Let me tell you, these ChromaCast sticks, right? This is the Command Series drum set, including the snare. This is a value kind of great price drum set for, like, when it's on sale, $600 and 2 toms, 2 floor toms. This is poplar wood, sounds great. 12, 13, 18. The other one comes with a 16, 24-inch bass drum also by 14. Snares a 5-inch by 14. So it's all ChromaCast. This is all Sawtooth. The hardware is ChromaCast. And the sticks are ChromaCast. So this is a 5B, but after a while I use them and they get a little splintered, and not long ago, I don't know, I did something and I got a splinter. I went, you bastard. And that really, you know, messes you up. Just like when you first start to play. I remember playing, maybe because I wasn't sure of how high the snare should be, where you hit your knuckle. Oh my God. I wanted to talk about a list of horrible things that could happen on the drums, like the knuckle hitting, right? That hurts. The splinter, that hurts. The cymbal flying off, decapitates you. That kind of hurts. The cool one is when pants were bigger on the bottom. Not bell bottoms. They didn't really wear that, but they were bigger. And you're playing, and the beater went under the your leg, under the pants, and you're going like this, and there's nothing coming out because it's stuck. It's under your pants, so you got to pull the pants up and stuff. Shoelace goes untied. What else could happen? All those stupid things, you know. The worst one's the knuckle thing. Okay, next question.
How do you ever remember all your songs? JC wants to know.
Hey, JC, I saw you play, I forgot what song it was, of course, because I don't even know what song I played. So how am I going to remember the song you played? But it was really good. I think it was Rush or some other band, like really cool. Played great. How do I remember? Well, you know what? It's in the memory of these songs, you know. And when you're not sure and you're going, man, is it going to go to the chorus here? Is this the double chorus? You got to think, well, I already played a chorus, so this one's probably the double chorus I remember because I played the other one. So you got to kind of do some math in your head and figure out where you are. And cool thing with drums is if you're playing and you go, maybe it's a longer verse, you're playing the verse, and you think it's the chorus, and it's not. You go, whoa! I wanted to do that. Now the chorus. Fake it. Don't tell anybody. Just don't panic. Don't put the panic face on. Just put that face on. Yeah, it's cool. Okay.
We have a couple people asking when they can buy your shirts.
When they can buy my shirts, they should be here toward the end of the month. It's cool. It's I'll tell you a little about it. It's a picture of me, you know, it looks pretty evil. It's white, and there's a picture of me, and you know, some drumsticks on, a couple of meatballs, and on the back, instead of tour date, is the meatball recipe. So check them out. I'll have them up when it comes out. Okay, what do you got now?
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? We were debating now. We got the multicolored tortellini in the freezer that we can reheat. But I like to go out to eat after I do this show. And there's a cool pizzeria here called Bella's Pizza. They do Chicago-style pizza, and they do really nice New York pizza with pepperoni. I think our favorite is pepperoni and black olives. So I think I'm heading toward there. I don't know if Lala wants to.
Oh, yeah.
And they got happy hour beers like, how much is
Like
that beer?
$2 or $4, which is incredible in California.
That's insane. But I don't really drink when it's light out. I don't really drink that much anyway. I drink a lot of water, but she can have the usual 5 or 6 beers that she has.
No, I do not. No.
And I'm the designated drummer driver. Okay.
Does it matter what shoes you wear when you're playing?
Does it matter what shoes you wear when you're playing? Yeah, it matters. Back in the day, I remember when I first started playing, everybody's wearing those Capezio dance shoes. They're really thin, or they were wearing these, when everybody started going to Japan, these like karate little slipper things, and that was the cool thing. But I tell you, after years of playing, my right foot's kind of destroying like itself, because I've been pounding on this foot for how many years? I've been playing now for 3 years? It's been over 4 years. Now I've been playing a long time. So this foot's getting a little bit destroyed. So now I try to wear shoes that have some cushioning. You know, these are just Skechers, and they're wide, and then you tighten them up, and it could slam the crap out of it. And the foot's got a lot of cushion on it. So yeah, if you having a problem, try different shoes. The thinner the shoes, the vibrations going into your foot, And same thing with using, these are wood sticks. The vibration, you hit the drum, it's going through the stick. If it's too much, the stick breaks. But some of those aluminum sticks, not going to break. The vibration is going to probably go to your wrist. So I used to use them for a little bit, and then I started going, I don't know about that. That's not too good. So back to wood. Plus, wood sounds a little bit different. Next.
Karen said that your first drum clinic live stream was June 23rd.
June 23rd?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh,
Karen
shit.
said that. She probably knows.
Oh,
Sounds good.
thank you. Who said that?
Karen. Karen.
Karen who?
You know Karen.
Oh, thanks, Karen. You sure it's me?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's you.
Thank you, Karen. So June 23rd. So we're almost on
You're
a
close.
year. That's amazing. You know, I try to keep it interesting, changing things up. And, this is not one of these. I was watching some of these marching instruction videos, which were amazing. This guy had paradiddles so fast, I couldn't even see him. And, but it's very, very school oriented kind of thing, This is not. This is rock and roll. Right, JC? AC? All my friends at JC, AC. Who else? Pacey? Ian Pace? They do call him Pacey. So, okay, next.
Do you ever use a cowbell?
Good question. Actually, there was a cowbell in that Axis song that I played to. I don't know. Somewhere in there was a cowbell, and I forgot I used it. And when I heard it today, I went, I used a cowbell. But I never had one on stage. So, I don't know. It didn't appeal to me. I thought cowbells were for cows, but we never had songs with cowbells in it. Imagine Black Sabbath with cowbell. But they were good. I got to play cowbell with Blue Eyes to Cold at one of the rock fantasy camps. The more cowbell song. The Reaper, is it? So I said, I know those guys. Buck, can I come up and play cowbell? He goes, yeah. Loved it. And then when the Mississippi Queen, right, starts with a cowbell. The story behind that is Corky Lang was on our Carmine and Mine show on Thursdays at 4 p.m. And Corky said couldn't hear the count off because everybody was so bloody loud, right? So he just went da 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 da, and that's how they came in with the song. So they were going to take the cowbell out, but when Felix Popularity, the producer, later on they were mixing, they said Corky said, "Then take the cowbell out." He goes, "No, man, it's cool," and they left the cowbell in. So that's like rock history, that cowbell part. So crazy. Okay.
Before you were famous, how often and how long did you practice?
I'm famous?
Before you're famous.
Oh, my God. Thanks to you guys, I must say. I'm not that famous, but how long did I practice? Like I said, I went to drum lessons every week. My mother took me on 2 buses. Talk about, supportive parents. It's $5 for the lesson back then. And we take 2 buses in Brooklyn. I go, do the lesson, boom, 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 3, probably 4 pages, maybe 5 total. And then we go home, and then I'd have to practice those 5 pages, so I had it down the next week. I didn't mess around. And so every day, usually after dinner, I did that, the lesson, and practiced on the pad. During the afternoon, after school, I'd go down in the basement and mess around. And I mess around playing songs, and then I messed around just playing, trying to come up with things, I don't suggest just playing songs, because you're just copying somebody. But I do suggest playing that and then sitting on drums and just play something, Come up with something. You go, oh, what was that? Try to develop your own licks. That won't really happen so much if you're playing the songs, or take one from the song, stop the song and work on that lick yourself and make it your own, because that's what we all do. They call it stealing from somebody else, but it's not stealing. We borrow it. I borrow stuff from John Bonham. I borrow from my brother, Buddy Rich, whoever you can borrow. Bonham borrowed stuff from who's that? Max Roach. Max Roach was the first one that did this. And this. You listen to Max Roach. He's an old jazz drummer, from the 50s, early 60s. And he did that stuff first. So we all, you listen to stuff and you go, oh, I like that. You practice it, make it your own. Okay, let's take one more question.
Okay. Is your left foot fast?
No, my left foot sucks. I don't play. The only thing I do. If I do that, it's like a double bass thing, but no. It's fast enough to do, it's fast. Get those open hi-hats. But I don't practice, playing the other way. So I'm a very right-sided player, even with the fills and stuff. That's why I'm messing around with these. Actually, that started with, I heard Bonham not long ago doing this. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that, so I started doing that and putting other things in it. And those are 16ths. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E. That's the lick. And then I started doing triplets. I got 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Get them fast and they sound great. And that's just, so you got triplets. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So I played at weddings. Here it comes. Imagine doing that at a wedding. Here's the bride and the groom. Here they come. What a lovely couple. I did stuff like that. I did play some weddings and things like that when I was really young, like 14, 15. I did just little ones, Not that one. They would have as they say in New York, a conniption. It's like a fit, So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back next week. And then I think the week after that, we're going to have a new drum set. So check it out, bigger and all that stuff too. So thanks again, and check out the show on Thursday at 4 p.m. Who's on there? Oh, Paul Schaefer used to be on the David Letterman show, and somebody else, and I forgot. My God, what's with my memory? Anyway. Thanks again, and everybody be safe, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye-bye.